Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Artist Spotlight Talks. Today, my name is Dominika. I'm one of the curators at WMA, Wirtualne Muzeum Antropocenu. And today, with me, I have Valentina Andreeva, who's one of the artists featured in our current exhibition, Niezaspokojony, głód, Endless Hunger. I'm going to read out her bio and her artist statement, and then I'm going to give the floor to her. And if you have, at any point, if you have any questions, please put them in the comments, and then we can answer them live. So Valentina Andreeva is an artist from Ryazan, Russia. Through her artistic practice, she has been investigating many important themes. Currently, she focuses on the problem of inclusion. Valentina uses different techniques and means of expression, yet collage is her favorite. I smell the aroma of coffee. I need to have a cup of coffee now. Am I addicted to coffee? Sure. But is it exactly coffee that I'm addicted to? Or is it something deep, creative, and free, which is born inside of me when I slowly enjoy my favorite drink? I can live without coffee. I can slow or even quit my consumption of it, but do I really have to? I know that my creativity highly depends on my feelings and my mood. I believe that coffee consumption makes me happier and even more creative, so let it be. Valentina, thank you so much for agreeing to talk to us. It's so great to have you here, and welcome.
Hi, thank you so much. I'm really honored to be a part of your wonderful exhibition, and my work is especially for this open call, and I believe that the issue of consumption nowadays is really important. But actually, I believe that we shall find a balance in consumption and non-consumption. That's my work is about.
Right. That's actually something that me and Olga, my co-curator for this exhibition, were trying to convey with all the works that were gathered. That on one hand, consumption and overconsumption, especially in consumerism, are bad because it's too fast, too much, and it's just so much happening. Too big, and there's just overproduction, and it just causes so many issues. But at the same time, you cannot live without consuming things. Like, there is no life if you don't consume things. Like, you do need to consume food and liquids to to be able to exist. So there's this, like you said, a balance is very much needed. Can you talk about the work that's featured in the exhibition, your collage? Because I really love how how it captures the joy and also the the tension that you have with coffee.
Okay. I'm sorry, there was something like connections for just for a second. Could you please repeat your question?
Of course. Can you talk more about your collage?
Yes, I'd love to.
How you made it, the process and the thought process behind it.
Okay, yes. Actually, when I see the idea, the idea here was about the consumption. When I saw it, and first of all, I didn't have the exact idea what I will say about. Yes, I was just like having it in my head and just thinking about it, about the consumption. And if I talk about my own experience, what can I say about it? Yes, you know, the first thought was, oh yeah, consumption, overconsumption is really bad here. Yes, you know. And then when I opened the fashion magazine, which is pure advertising of consumption, you know, when which is all about you should buy this and that, you should have it, you should. When you have it, your life will be perfect, you know, like. And I usually use fashion magazine just to show that images which we have, they can be taken and maybe we can say we can rethink them and reuse them and find any new meanings in them. And that's why collage is my favorite media, because all I have to do is to see, then reuse, then after cutting, and I see something which is isn't clear. You know, when you don't see it at the first sight, it's something which may evoke another images in your head, and when you have it, you know, this is I like this, and you put the image on the paper, and then or on canvas, there are different media, and then you just leave it here and go looking through another image, and you don't have it in your head, and you just you don't know what you find, and it's really interesting. I believe it's something like pure creativity, something you cannot explain, you cannot describe, like you know, our logic it likes to explain, describe, and everything. And then when you find another image and another is coming, and then suddenly you see the whole work is done, and you cannot tell when it find one more, and then it's done. Yes, you cannot say till you're holding the whole piece and thinking, oh well, I think things what I want to say. And if you're going back to coffee, yes, the coffee collage. Um, Actually, I suddenly found out myself in thinking about the art of living and the art of consumption. Why coffee? I really love coffee. It's something which makes my creativity to boost up. And you know, something you don't drink coffee. You're having silence around you. You're having quiet morning, maybe sun uh, in the sky, or maybe it just it's raining, or maybe it's snowing. You don't know what, but you actually have yourself at the moment, as we can say, and you're just enjoying it. So, if talking about coffee, I believe in my own experience, because I love coffee, I like to consume it. And when I was thinking about quitting to drink coffee, you know, it was something, oh yes, I can do it, no problem. But what I will have in my life if I stop to do it, you know, silence, this feeling of creativity when I slowly drink homemade coffee, which is made with love, and what the whole consumption is about. I believe that we should consume something which we love, and we won't consume overconsume. Yes. When you
Yeah.
consume something you really love, you won't drink 10 cups of coffee. And actually, I believe that we are consuming not only food, but emotions. When you have something really delicious, really tasty, and you're enjoying every bite of it or every sip of it, well, this is wonderful feeling. You're just enjoying, you're feeling yourself in the moment. Actually, I believe that overconsumption, if we all will consume only what we love, it won't be such a problem.
Yeah, because if you're consuming too much of something that you love, you eventually get bored with it and you lose the joy of it.
Yeah.
And I really love what you said about having, that perfectly brewed cup of coffee in the morning and you do it yourself, and then you just like take a moment and you sit, like you really are in the moment, and yes, you are consuming, but you're doing it mindfully. And I think like that's actually what's giving me hope personally, that people will realize that overconsumption is bad, but consumption in itself is not. It just is beautiful, and as long as you're doing it mindfully and you're enjoying it as you're doing it, and it's your moment, you are in the moment, then it's okay. It has meditative quality even, like just sitting with your cup of coffee in the morning before your day starts. It's your one peaceful moment. And I wonder how we can inspire people as artists to try to see that more. What do you think?
Actually, I believe that art is pure inspiration. And I believe that art nowadays is something which has idea inside of it. When you see something really beautiful, but it doesn't have any idea in it, you see it and it's something like consumption too, like it's pleasure for your eyes, I believe it. And when you have something which makes you to think about something, yes, and makes you to stop maybe just for a moment, and makes you to feel such really deep feelings or emotions. I believe that our whole life is about emotions, and art, which has an idea inside it, it will make any person. I hope so. I will make a person to feel this idea. No, sometimes the idea is not really clear. The message is hidden, and you're talking about my own work as of course I'm talking about my own experience, and I know that we are different. It can be different experience for anybody. I'm talking about mine, and I hope that my work will make a person feel the art of consumption, to stop by and to see it for a while, to watch, maybe find something else. I don't know what exactly, as I believe an artwork after an artist finished it. I believe it's how would it I would say it's something on his own, you know, and an artist doesn't have to do any more with it. Like it's like a baby. It is born, and that's all. And
Yeah,
you know, artworks are babies, I think.
that's actually
Like
a perfect metaphor. Because it's
something
it's
you
true.
write to,
Yeah,
something you write to, and then it's done. I mean,
yeah,
you don't, it doesn't belong to you anymore, and you cannot possess it, and like, you know, having it with you and explaining the meaning to everybody. No,
yeah. You just
it's now
let
on
it
his
go.
own. Yeah, on
Yeah.
its own.
And I
And
feel
so,
like,
I would like to continue just a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah, I should say about. I would happy if a person will feel these feelings, which maybe I wanted to express in my artwork. When, but I know that it doesn't mean that a person should feel these feelings. You know,
yeah,
it just yeah. This artwork is on its own, but the theme is really important and it's really interesting. I can talk about it a lot. My own
yeah.
experience.
I mean, your work is also very dynamic, which I love. The collage itself, it's it's not very static. There's a lot happening in it. Like, you know, there's the
Oh, thank you.
there's dripping. I mean, I love it so much. It actually was one of the first works that we picked for the exhibition, which is so funny. Because when both me and Olga, when we saw it, that you took coffee to talk about it and to talk about consumerism with it, we were just like,
Thank
yes,
you.
that's exactly what we need.
Oh, thank you. I'm very happy because you know, every artist wants um, to feel that he has expressed what he wanted to express, and I'm really happy about that because this work is really special to me. It's about coffee, not only coffee,
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, who
Yeah,
doesn't like coffee, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you also talked about, I mean, I just love the metaphor of art being a baby because it is. Um, and just like, it's such a perfect metaphor.
Oh,
How
thank you so much.
can we, because I know that you have kids, right? And I remember that when we had like our trial talk, you talked about how they consume things and how when they go to the store, there's like, oh, I gotta have it.
Yeah,
Um, can you talk more about that experience
yeah,
when
yeah.
you're an artist who talks about consumption and inclusion and those topics, and then you have two little human beings that are just like, give me everything.
Okay. I like just I'm a mother of two children, and the older one is 12, and the younger is my daughter. The first is the son, and the daughter is 8 years old. And you know, when comparing me, myself to them, I see that we are living in really different epochs of consumption because me in my childhood, I lived in Soviet Union, in the Soviet Union, and we didn't have like many things to consider. It was just like it's okay. We didn't have to think about, oh, we consume a lot, we should do something. No, it was okay to have less, and it was fine to live with these things, for a while. You didn't have to to change something for new things, or we didn't. I don't remember anything when I went to the store and I was a child. I wanted to have something, but it wasn't many things around me, And nowadays, when my little one goes to the store, she comes, oh, dear mom, I want it. Oh no, I can't live without it. Oh, please listen to me carefully. Oh, I need it so bad. And it's really difficult to go to the store with them. My other one, she's a Lego fan. Oh, mom, this is I've never seen it anywhere. I really need it now to find you castle, something like that. Well, and I was thinking, okay, we will have it, but we're having so many things, so many toys, so many anything in our home. It's difficult to live in it, and they maybe I just buy this and something about that. And here I'm really afraid of overconsumption. I begin to think, oh, okay, I should be a good mom. I want to be, but I cannot buy a choice every time. Yeah. And so, when making my collage about coffee, I was thinking about our consumption too, because it's my own experience, and I'm how afraid of how my children will live in the future. What will they have? What will be what values they will have? And what value do they have now? Because their children are, I believe, children are the first end of advertising, and they make parents to buy, yes, just because the children they're so parents want to be good parents, and. This is the first step of overconsumption. Here we come. And then we again go back to feelings, emotions, because all my children want to buy. Actually, it's not a choice. Actually, it's emotion they want to have. My young one, she loved the process of buying. She doesn't love the process of possessing.
Yeah,
She doesn't love. She doesn't need it. Yeah. But the process of buying, of consumption, is somehow not, she is so artful buying something. And I believe it's a very difficult question for me. I haven't solved it yet.
I mean, it's a hard one to solve too. So it's like you said, advertisements, they're so much fun and they're so colorful, and they sell you all those amazing ideas, and just like, this is amazing, this will make your life so much better, and then it's gonna be so much more colorful, you're gonna be so much happier. So I mean, it's hard for me to resist sometimes, you know. They're really good at what they're doing. So yeah, so it is a hard one, but I like what you said about that your younger one likes the process of buying but not possessing.
Yeah.
It's so funny to think about, because those are so interconnected, but they're so different. It's like you said, like the process of buying is just so exciting, and then it's something new that you get.
Yeah.
But once you have it, there's not so much of that excitement anymore. And so I wonder, maybe you have any ideas on how to keep that excitement, how to, like with the coffee, that it's something that you do every day.
Yeah.
You have it every day, and yet it doesn't get boring. So is there maybe a way to inspire people and children, well, everyone really, to turn the act of possessing something into something more enjoyable, something that we cherish, and and we savor it, like that cup of coffee in the morning?
Yeah. Well, actually, coffee is my favorite thing. Yeah. Well, just to say, I would like to talk about art of living again, because as coffee, it's the art of consumption. And I believe that emotion that I feel while drinking coffee, the main things for me. But I really love the taste of coffee. I really love this feeling when I'm like surrounded by sun, and it's well, it was a very interesting to read about that when we had the first lockdown. It the most sellable thing were coffee machines. People, yes, yes, the coffee machine to drink coffee at home, because it was the first thing people really missed a lot when going out. You have coffee, and it's really delicious and everything. And you have the atmosphere. And then we were like staying in our house. We really missed it. And that's why coffee machine. I was when I was making my collage, I was looking for this information, and I found it. Yeah, it was so nice for me to know that coffee machine. Um, uh, I was no, I don't remember the. How to say the quantities, yes, but it could be found in the internet, and so it's but anyway, it was the thing which frightened me so much, because it was a very long time we had to stay at home. So I was thinking, oh yes, not only me a coffee lover, yes, it was like thinking, and the consumption of coffee is not that bad, you know. Yes, no,
Pretty
it
useless.
really is. Yeah, because I believe people want to feel these emotions which they missed during the lockdown, the first lockdown, and it was something which helped them to lower the stage of depression, maybe this mixed feeling of uncertainty, of anything we all suffer. And so coffee is really important.
Yeah. I mean, I had no idea that that's what happened because I mean here people were mostly going after, toilet paper and they're trying to get like we have to have toilet paper. That's super interesting that people were going coffee machines because like yeah, all of a sudden you had to have coffee at home and not in the office or like on the way to work. But that's crazy, but so interesting. Just like my
Yeah.
mind is blown right now.
Yeah, it was the same with me. I
Yeah,
was like, oh, wow.
totally did
Yeah,
not expect that one. I'm just
yeah,
like, okay, that's
yeah.
super interesting. I'm gonna just say to our audience, amazing audience, that does anyone maybe have any questions? If you do, please put them in the comments. We can answer
Yeah.
them. And do you want to talk about more about your process of like how you created the collage? Because you talked about using fashion magazines full of
Yeah.
advertisements to make art, which is, and it's so interesting that you used fashion magazines to make a collage about food. Essentially,
Yeah.
it seemed like totally different worlds,
Yeah.
but that's such an interesting thing, and I love hearing you talk about the process.
I would like to say that me about this product consumption. Yes, I'm a fashion magazine consumer. you
Yeah,
know, yeah, I like to read them. I like not just reading, but I like visual images. And I'm sorry, another more.
oh, hello.
If you want to participate, to say here's a very important too. I was not sure she would be seen, but
Yeah,
she is.
that's so funny. Well, he wants to be in the camera too. So adorable.
So we're going back to fashion
Yeah.
magazines, yeah. So, and I believe it is not bad to buy them, to see them, and I believe that fashion magazines nowadays they're they are not just about fashion. No, fashion is a really important part of our life. I mean, we cannot live in a society without using any rules, any which impacted or something like that. Yes, which has an
Yeah.
impact. And I believe that again, going back to coffee, the after consumption, I believe that it's really healthy, maybe for our mental health. I'm talking about it
Yeah.
to have pleasures in our life, and we can say that magazine, um, it's about pleasure.
Yeah. Oh,
It now, yeah, I would
you
say
froze for a little bit.
it does
You
because
froze for a little bit.
yeah, and yeah, and nowadays I would say that fashion combines many aspects of our lives, and we can see collaboration with artists, and
Yeah.
we can see, yeah. So it's somehow goes one goes into another stream, and so it's all about, how I would say, impression, you know. I would say that we are impressed by something, yes. And the fashion, well, fashion lovers, they love fashion. Why not? And
Yeah.
maybe you like, I would say, you like to read, or you may something you like to do. Yes, you know, it and it will be something you which you don't want to miss in your life. You know, something like that. You just love it. That here, consumption is something that you should have in your life. So when I'm looking through fashion magazines, for me, my own preference, I suddenly see something which, oh, it's beautiful. It's somehow, it's an art. I would love to use it in my own art, you know. When I
Yeah.
cut it, and when I cut it and I put it, and I use something like reconsumption, yes.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about, you know, collage is something you rarely see in museums and galleries, and you know, and for me, it just my favorite way to express my feelings, my emotions, my experience, to put some hidden images which I cannot describe. I cannot say, oh, you see, here we see a cup of coffee, and you know, it means a cup of coffee, nothing else. No, I cannot say it. And I believe it's just something which lays behind the image. You see image, you see not only image but different image in my artwork, and you suddenly experience something when you were talking about your emotions after seeing my artwork, you know. uh, I just this is where fashion magazines come to, you know.
Yeah.
It's quite way maybe, but it's there they come. And I like it. I just like it.
Yeah. I mean, they're so full. Like you said, fashion is no longer just about clothes. It's there's so many other things that go into it. It's more of an experience rather than putting something on. Um, and yeah, and I just love that you take fashion magazines and cut them up and use them for your collages because, like you said, they're so full of so much more than just fashion and just clothes. And I mean, I love them myself too. So, like, with my background, like as a fashion designer, like yeah, fashion is there's so much to it, and like so
Yeah,
much to it. There's
yeah,
like you have to create this whole ambiance, and like you
yeah,
create a story every single time. And at the end of the day, art is about storytelling. You know, you share your perspective with the world, and whatever someone takes from it, they take like that's on them. That's no longer on you. You
yeah,
presented your version of the story, and yeah, and if like you said, if someone stops and pauses to think about it and to really look at it, that's a win. Like, because they might feel something and they might take something away from it, and that's already a massive win. And hopefully that inspires them to do something better, or or to tell their own story.
yeah.
Um, do have We have one question. Um, do you think that slowing down, especially now in the post-pandemic world, when we all globally were forced to stop fast consumption, can we be more aware that more aware consumption be more popular? So can you be more, because of our experience of last year, do you think we'll be more mindful of consumption in the future? Is that even possible? Or will we go back to as it were before?
Oh, actually, just could you please repeat the question one more time, just
Of course,
sure that I
no
got it
problem.
right?
So because of the pandemic last year,
Yeah.
because of COVID, we were forced to pause, right? To stop fast consumption. So do you think that slower consumption
Yeah.
will be more popular for everyone? Or will we go back to how it was before?
Thank you for repeating.
No
Yes,
problem.
I believe. Well, actually, I do hope so that slower consumption will be more popular. But I believe that there should be some work done because this theme nowadays is really important too. Many people don't think about slow consumption, and it's something like I believe unconscious. Now, when we just consume and don't think about it, and when we don't feel the moment, when we don't enjoy it, just go to consuming without thinking what we are doing. And it is not about feeling guilty. Oh, I consume a lot. Oh, no. Oh, what should I do? Oh, I can't live. I should quit everything. No, it's not about that because I believe that this will be a very fast way to depression. Because for me, when I tried to quit coffee, it was okay not to drink coffee. I mean, uh, my body that did not feel like was oh gosh, yeah, thing. Yes, and it wasn't about that. No, it was about my mood and my feeling because I was thinking my life a little bit empty, you know.
Yeah.
Where is the joy of life? Where is I'm missing something? And at first, I didn't realize that it was about coffee mood, as we can say in the morning. Yes, and then when I found it out, I like to check. Is exactly coffee I wanted to have? And then when I found out, yes, I found out it was about my mood, my feelings. And then I went back, and the first cup of coffee, it was just perfect. It was just real taste. And
Yeah.
I did not want to overconsume. I just wanted to enjoy it. That's all.
Yeah.
I I believe it was just like I wanted to freeze the moment, to stop the
Yeah.
moment, yes, to know. And it was I had this cup of coffee, and I was thinking, well, actually, is isn't it really bad to stop consuming anything now?
Yeah.
And then I begin to think, yes, and now I think that this is um, my own truth. The truth I want to bring to my children, like to carry it up to them, because when they just consume, and they can't stop. They just wanted more and more and more. And I want to stop at the moment, just to have it, to have this consumption, And that's why I do hope when people will think about what they exactly love, what they exactly want to have and have it. And then slow consumption will be just excellent idea,
Yeah.
When we don't think about it, I believe, we overconsume.
Yeah.
Because if I wasn't thinking like coffee in the morning just to wake up, sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes it happens to just to drink coffee to wake up. It's okay,
Yeah.
but you sometimes find yourself drinking maybe fourth cup of coffee, yes,
Yeah.
and what for? And you
Yeah.
just realize the moment of drinking. I
Yeah.
believe it's somehow we all have to think, just to stop and think what we want to have, what we want to possess, what we want to consume. Does it bring life in my life, when you living a life without life, without any joys, any emotions, any feelings, nothing, just living. Mm. I
Yeah.
don't think it would be a good idea. So that's why I believe that slow consumption to me means not to quit this and live just a small amount of something. No, it's not about that. It's about living with joy and make your life like art, something like that. So I
Yeah.
believe that our art, I do hope that it will help to think about slow consumption, have to think what do you want to have, what do you want to and why, what do you
Yeah.
want, what exactly do you want to know?
Yeah. That's actually a perfect way to end this amazing conversation. Like, whatever you consume, make sure that that's actually something you want and that it truly brings you joy. Because, like you said, it's all about balance, all about finding that perfect balance. And it's not about getting rid of everything and just stopping to consume completely, because that's not a way to live. But it's important to make sure that whatever you do and whatever you consume, it's
Yeah,
truly what you want and what you need. So that's a really beautiful way to do that. Valentina,
yeah.
thank you so much for joining us and taking the time to speak with me. It's been truly a pleasure. Um, and everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. That's it.
Yeah. Uh,
Yep. Do you want to say something?
I I believe that it was maybe a problem internet connection that again just it was stopped for a moment. And could you please just say again
Yeah, of
repeat
course.
it? Yeah.
Of course. So I was just saying that I'm so grateful that you joined us. So thank you so much.
And
It's
you,
been really a pleasure, and your work
the
is
same with me.
amazing.
Thank you so much. And again, and I would like to say just a compliment, about the exhibition. I was thinking about it, and the idea and the concept. It was really great. Cornfield, something which we grow to consume. Yes. And
Yes.
our artwork here, it was just so perfect for me because the theme got deeper, of consumption, and I would just, I'm really honored to take part in this exhibition and the way it realized, and the main idea of it, it's really important for me. And I'm glad that I could talk about my own experience. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I mean, I love that exhibition too. It truly came out even better than we thought it would be. So, and thank you so much for taking the time today. It's been a pleasure. And everyone, tomorrow we have another one of the talks from the Artist Spotlight series. It'll be with Pierre, who's also in our exhibition. So make sure to check out the exhibition, to walk around, get lost, because that's actually part of the experience, to get lost in it and to find the artworks yourself. It'll be in the evening at 7 p.m. No, 8 p.m. Central European Standard Time. So please tune in, and thank you again, Valentina, for taking the time and for this conversation. And everyone, enjoy your Saturday afternoon.